Criticism may not be agreeable, but it is necessary. It fulfills the same function as pain in the human body. It calls attention to an unhealthy state of things. If it is heeded in time, danger may be averted, but if it is suppressed, a fatal distemper may develop. What this great 20th century statesman was trying to say is that criticism can actually be a helpful tool if taken seriously and not personally. I think the first reaction for us is to defend ourselves, or worse yet, to lash back when we receive criticism. And yet, while criticism can sometimes be hurtful and demoralizing, it can be viewed in a positive way. It is honesty, and it can spur us to do better. It's an opportunity for myself and others to improve. We may all face criticism as we move in the direction of our goals and our mission and our dreams. However, taking criticism constructively rather than personally is what I, Shannon Spillane, ultimately want to improve upon. When you put your heart into something and devote hours into it, often the last thing you want to hear is someone picking out the flaws. However, usually the flaws do exist, and you're not going to be able to fix them by having someone simply say, "You did a great job." Constructive criticism is crucial to my self-development. It is the most direct way to find out how I can improve. And after researching and analyzing this behavioral style from my DISC assessment and the 361 interviews, I've come to the realization that I cannot control what people will say about me, but I can control how I internalize it, respond to it, and learn from it. My instinctive reaction is to become defensive and to shut out potentially helpful tips. And by doing this, I miss out on what may be beneficial and valuable to my overall success. Therefore, it will be a good idea to take this criticism constructively and use it to my advantage, for it is how I will learn. Moreover, I believe there is a lot at stake if I do not learn to take criticism constructively. For example, in the professional field, the majority of criticism I will be getting will be from higher levels of management, with people who have more experience and who could potentially have an influence on my career advantage. If I am not receptive to their constructive criticism, I could be viewed as someone who doesn't look for opportunities to improve my skills or knowledge, which could ultimately hinder my career advancement. I also must remind myself that the person giving me constructive criticism is only doing it in my best interest, further trying to ensure that I create the best work possible. As mentioned, going forward, I want to continuously improve the way in which I take criticism. In other words, instead of becoming mad or upset when I receive feedback, I want to be able to engage in healthy, civil conversations about the perceived criticism I received, and work towards that goal of improvement. One of my 361 interviewees told me I sometimes take criticism too personally, and as such, it is sometimes difficult to approach me with suggestions for improvement. Fortunately, this interviewee referred me to an article which explains some ideas on how to handle criticism with tact and grace. For example, the article suggested that I should first stop my first reaction. In other words, I shouldn't react at all. I should remain calm. Next, I should remember the benefit of getting feedback. Whether it is someone I admire or not, criticism is information, which in essence will help improve my skills and meet expectations. I should also listen intently, so I clearly understand what the person is saying. I should say thank you at the end, because expressing my appreciation shows that I am acknowledging their effort to share their views. And finally, I should ask questions so I will get a better and clearer understanding of what the person was saying. For me, success will be finding value in constructive criticism and being able to handle it calmly and professionally. It will allow me to identify weaknesses and areas of improvement, help me maintain relationships, and be more successful in everything I do.